guys. So we are just going to do a quick 10-minute meditation. Today has maybe started a little rough, lots of things going on right now, and it's just nice to give yourself a moment to breathe and not really worry about anything else, and just give yourself a little bit of inventory and see how you're doing. So wherever you're at, just get into a comfortable seated position. If it's comfortable for you to close your eyes, you can. And as you're sitting here, just kind of imagine all of the different thoughts in your mind. And I kind of imagine my mind as this, I think of it as a circle that's just like got a bunch of squiggly lines that are all different thoughts going on in my head. So sometimes it feels like all of those squiggly lines are too crowded. There's too many, and there's not enough space in my mind for all of the thoughts. So as I'm breathing here, I'm just going to slow down my breath, taking a really gentle inhale and a really nice full exhale. And as I envision my mind with all of those different thoughts, as I inhale, I think of my mind being expanded, almost inflated like a balloon, like it gives more space for each of the thoughts. And then as I exhale, I can release any of the tension there. So inhaling, I create more room for all my thoughts. And as I exhale, some of that tension releases. Maybe some of those thoughts I notice. So as you're inhaling, you feel that inhale travel up the body, expanding the torso all the way up to the mind, opening up more space there. And as you exhale, you can drop some of those thoughts and let them go. Inhaling, now there's even more space. And exhaling, letting the thoughts drop. So take notice of those thoughts that may still linger. They're a little bit harder to get rid of. And just acknowledge what those are. It could be because of the specific topic it's about or something. Maybe it's stressing you out more than other things are today or at this moment. And that's okay. It's not something that maybe right now that's just how it's going to be. Maybe you're able to work through it and breathe through it and let some things go. But the most important thing is to be aware and noticing, like, these are the things that are kind of bothering me or are stressing me out more, just so that you can be conscious of it. And then as you're working throughout the day, you're aware of what's stressing you out. You're aware of the things that are more on your mind. And with that, you can continue to work on using your breath, inhaling to give yourself a little bit more space, exhaling to kind of take the edge off of that stress. So this isn't something that may just happen automatically. But just to explain a little bit and expound on this, it is, you may have noticed as you've done this for the first few minutes that it was pretty effective, and a lot of the thoughts and things that kind of were on your mind kind of disappeared, and you felt more calm and you felt like your mind was a little bit more clear. And maybe there were things that lingered. And it's important to understand that it does take practice. If there are certain things that you really struggle with, it feels like certain things stress you out and keep you on edge and keep you tense all the time, that's not going to go away in a few minutes of breathing. It will work itself out as you continue to work with it. So I would really encourage you to, throughout the day, as you find yourself a little bit more tense, to come back to this idea of inhaling, creating more space and openness in your mind, and then exhaling and releasing some of the tension from it. So we're going to try it one more time, just starting fresh. Now that you've got an idea of what we're doing and maybe some things that it can help you with more specifically as an individual. So getting into that comfortable seated position, maybe closing the eyes. And you give yourself a moment to soften in the shoulders, soften the collarbones. You can place the hands at your lap or at your knees. Imagine a magnetic force pulling your hands down toward the floor, pulling your feet down to the floor so that the ankles and wrists feel heavy, the arms and legs. And now you're noticing your breath in your body, that inhale, a natural expansion in the body, the exhale, a natural release in the body. Now you're imagining all of the different thoughts in the mind, maybe imagining it how I do, like the little squiggly lines in a little circular mind. Maybe noticing how crowded they feel now. Acknowledging what each of those thoughts are. And then as you inhale, you start to let the inhale travel up into the mind, expanding it, giving it more space. And exhale, letting some of those thoughts fall away, letting the rigidity of the thoughts let go. Keeping the breath gentle and slow. Noticing how many thoughts are left. What those thoughts are. Letting the remaining thoughts spread apart from each other. Find different parts in the mind where it can rest. You can acknowledge that they're okay being there. You give your Take one final full cycle. And then when you're ready, if your eyes are closed, you can open them. Thanks for joining me today. That's all we're going to do.